Back, fellow shop rats. Today we are back on a truck called Wanda. We have issues and I've got some tissues. There's been a whole lot of work going on this truck behind the scenes. I'll share some of that with you later. There's some things that you probably will find helpful. There's some fun stuff. There's some little projects. But today we've got brake issues. Again, imagine that. So let's get into it. I'm Mike and you're watching My Car Shop. When I was working on this the other day doing other things, I noticed there was brake fluid on the inside of the tire. And I'm pretty sure that we have a caliper that's leaking. I'm pretty sure we replaced the one on that side. I thought we replaced the one on this side, but I'm not so sure. I went ahead and ordered it. I also got a set of brake pads for it while I'm there because I know the brake pads weren't the greatest and we've been putting a lot of miles on this truck. So another little bite here out of Wanda. So let's tear into this thing and get it diagnosed and make sure that it is the brake caliper. And if it is, we'll get it changed out and then we'll have lots of updates on this project that you guys haven't seen that have been happening over the last few days and probably a couple days. Well, apparently I did replace this caliper. The problem is I have no recollection of where I got it to be able to get it warrantied. Dang it. Dang it, dang it, dang it, dang it. I got to think about that. But the problem is it's also a Sunday. I got to have this fixed. I have the caliper. Well, I have one. Let's make sure it's the right one. Let's go get that and check and see if it's the right one. It would have been one of two places, probably. I would have gotten it either at O'Reilly's or at Auto Value. I guess I could call O'Reilly's. They are open today and see if by chance they can go back in my account history and see if I did purchase it there. Oh yeah, we got a broken retainer spring as well. That's nice. So we'll have to replace that. I have those. Yeah, fun till my daddy took a T-Bird away. Just lovely. That's a lot drier than it was. Let's taste that. It's definitely brake fluid, so it's leaking for sure. Tastes lovely. Yeah, you can see where it was on there, all up and around. Oh, I guess I better make a phone call. Based upon that one being painted and that one not being painted, I'm guessing it came from Auto Value. Fun. Gotta think. So I think the plan is going to be to see if I have an old caliper for a core, which I probably do. We will put the new one on, and then I'll deal with Auto Value on a warranty return. See if they'll just give me a credit, store credit or whatever on that one, since I had to fix this today, because I can't wait till Wednesday. I need to have a vehicle to drive tomorrow. So I can get by on the weekends a lot of time without a car, but I can't get by during the week without one. So Becky's car is still in the shop getting fixed. We had to borrow my dad's van. My dad has Scoop sitting in his driveway. And so that's where we're at. So I'm going to go ahead and take this off. And I just double checked to make sure that it wasn't like loose bleeder or the fittings on the line might be leaking. None of that's happening. So it's definitely the caliper started leaking. Bummer, but it is what it is. So while we're at it, we're going to throw pads on it. We'll double check the thickness on the pads. We'll see the life. If they have a lot of life yet, we won't bother, but we'll check them and see where we're at, and we'll go from there. So, and I just opened the box, and there's a hardware kit inside, so we have a replacement for the broken spring. I was thinking this one came with new ones, so yeah, but it's all wet down here, you can see, so it has to be that piston. We'll get a better, where is it? Somewhere down here. Jeez, it's all wet down here, so we'll get a better handle on it once we get it out of there to be sure that's what it is, but I'm 99% sure the piston's leaking. Well, winner, chicken dinner. It is the washer. The brass washer under here is leaking. So it's not the caliper, and it's all been a moot point. Woohoo! Perfect. Love it. So literally going to cost me almost nothing to fix this. In good conscience, I can't use the new springs that come with the new caliper, but I should have caliper springs around. And I know I've got a package of washers. I think they're in the ashtray of the truck. So Becky and I just had a long talk about what we're going to do, and winner, chicken dinner. I'm happy. That just saved me about $100. There we go. We got it all back together again. I got another spring retainer on down here now. I have a bunch of that stuff kicking around. Anti-rattle clips are there. One was missing anyway. New washer put in here, so we should be good. And I just noticed we've got a drag link. Better check that. I guess I better get Becky out here and see if we're got some slop in our crop, and it definitely looks like it needs some grease. So we'll grease that up. Missing the boot. Interesting. Guess we'll have to get a boot on that, but let's find out if it's wore or not first. Nice. All right, want to check the oil in this real quick before we fire it up again. That's what I figured. It's getting really low, so we'll have to get some oil for it. I don't think I have any. Check it one more time. Why can't I find the stupid, there it is, dipstick tube. So yeah, it was just that washer. Everything's back together again. Becky came out and we bled the brakes, and yeah, we are 2 quarts low. Nice, quart and a half. So we better get some Earl. Goozy. Yeah, let's pull her out and I'll talk about some other stuff with her. Fun. So as I mentioned, I have been doing a lot of work on this off-grid here, behind the scenes. One of the problems we had with this truck since we put it back on the road last fall was on hot days it'll quit and it just won't start. I thought it was the coil. I changed the coil. I thought it might be fuel related, fuel pump relay. I changed the fuel pump relay. A lot of testing on stuff. But it would always fire back up again before I could get too far into it to figure out what was going on. I had a suspicion I might have known, but I really needed to diagnose it, not just throw parts at it. So Thursday, I had the truck. I went up and switched vehicles with Becky and brought the truck home, and I needed to move our big orange implement trailer, and it wouldn't start. It was about 80 degrees that day, and it had been sitting for probably 2 hours because I had a bunch of work to do when I got home, and then I ate some lunch. So I thought after lunch I'm going to go out and get that trailer moved, et cetera, et cetera. Anyway, it would not start. No matter what I did, it would not start. If you crank the key 3 or 4 times, it might fire and then it would die. And I thought, I bet you anything it's the pickup coil in the distributor. So I went out to the red truck out back, which is a 92 TBI 318, pulled the distributor out of that, tossed it in here, and boom, took right off, and it's been running great ever since. But then it wouldn't idle, and so I started messing around with that, trying to figure out what was going on, and realized that the gas gauge is off. This is one of the products that I used to be product engineer on at Walbro, and it's got a newer pump in it. I changed the pump probably 17 years ago, and it's been parked for 12 or 14, 10, I don't know, something like that. So anyway, it has a newer pump in it with very little mileage, but somehow from sitting, and it was known on those, the resistor cards, they would do a smear and not work properly. So my guess is the card smeared. So we know that at 1/8 of a tank, it's empty because I put a couple gallons in it and it took right off, and it's been running fine ever since. So we got to take the caliper back, get our money back on that. I'm keeping the brake pads on the shelf for the future. That way, when we need to swap them, I can just do it. The rotors are still really good on this. So as long as we don't have any warpage, we'll just throw pads on it and go when we're ready for that. But there's more work that I've done, so let me talk about a couple of other things. One little project that I did on a Friday was to get the roof painted with the Rust-Oleum satin black. It's not the greatest job because I rattle canned it. I didn't roll it, but I don't care because it was terribly rusty. I'll try to remember to insert before and after pictures here. So that's done. The other thing that had happened is the floor pieces that I had put in this truck 10 years ago or so from the truck sitting, they rotted out. And so I fixed the floor in it, but I also did something else and put the carpeting out of the red truck in it. It's two-wheel drive, so I had to split the carpet here to make it work. I'm going to make this piece of wood into center console with a little tray and a couple of cup holders, maybe a phone holder. I'm not sure yet. That's going to be a little woodworking project I'm going to do. Right now what I want to do is take this up in the shade and get a vacuum and actually go through and try to clean this interior up just a little bit. Also, the 92 truck has a really good seat. This one's starting to tear, so at some point we'll be putting the seat in here. I like that seat also because it has headrests, so that's cool. And I need to try to glue up some of these seals and stuff that are coming out. Well, I've been extremely busy doing a bunch of stuff, and I got the carpeting all cleaned out, and I did a little project that in my woodworking shop since it was up here, so I'm going to share that with you. And yeah, it's been a fun little day. I didn't film any of that because, I don't know, I just didn't. Just wanted to enjoy my time and so forth, so let's get you turned around and see what we got. Carpet turned out pretty good after I vacuumed it, so I'm happy with that. I cleaned up these floor mats because they were full of mold and stuff. But yeah, I think that's pretty ducky. So one of these days I'll get this interior detailed, but for now, hey, it's a farm truck, so good enough. Well, I think that's going to do it today. I appreciate you hanging out with me today, doing what we did. Glad the brakes was just a line. I got the caliper returned, no problem. Picked up some oil, got that taken care of. Picked up the screws for the center console, got that built, got that installed. Got the vacuum out and cleaned up all the carpeting, and you know, spent some time in the wood shop building that little center console. So yeah, fun day. Beautiful sunny day. Nice to be working outside after a long, hard winter's. It wasn't a nap, but anyway, like, share, subscribe. I would appreciate it. Like to see the channel continue to grow. The more the channel grows, the more content I'm going to be able to give you. Got some really cool subjects coming up for Talk About It Tuesday, so watch for those. And as always, we'll catch you on the next one. Oh yeah, merchandise down in the comments. Don't forget to get your merchandise. MKS merchandise is all the cool kids are wearing it. You should too. All right, catch you later. Rock! Hi, Goldie. She just had kittens. There's 5 or 6 kittens out in the barn in a box. She's definitely tamed down a lot.